1974, a year of changing sounds. Disco was emerging, soul still dominated the radio waves, and soft ballads carried emotional weight. Some songs you'll recognize instantly, others you may not have heard again since they played on AM radio and jukeboxes. Stay tuned, because among them is a track that wasn't just a hit. It secretly helped spark the disco era, and the #1 song brings a surprising twist.
Of the smiles we left behind.
Number 1, The Way We Were by Barbra Streisand.
We had the chance to do it all again.
When The Way We Were played on the radio in early 1974, America had just emerged from a turbulent era. The Vietnam War was winding down, the Watergate scandal had shaken public trust, and people needed something heartfelt to hold on to. Barbra Streisand, with a voice that felt like both a whisper and a story, hit that emotional note. Few know she originally planned to reject the song, thinking it was too sentimental. But during the recording session, she broke down in tears halfway through and chose to sing it again. The result? The song not only won an Oscar, but became a symbol of loss and memory, something each of us carries.
We've known each other since we were 9 or 10.
Number 2, Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
A farewell song, but not a hopeless one. Based on a poem by Jacques Brel, Jacks rewrote it to make it gentler, like a smile after a goodbye. People wondered, how did such a sad song become a #1 hit in the US, UK, and over 10 other countries?
Learned of love and ABC, and skinned our hearts and skinned our knees.
Perhaps because 1974 was a year when everyone needed a song to say goodbye without regret. Jacks recorded it in just a few days, and the whole world sang along. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. Number 3, Love's Theme by Love Unlimited Orchestra. When Barry White released Love's Theme, most listeners were stunned. How could an instrumental song climb to #1 on the Billboard chart? In an era dominated by ballads and funk, Love's Theme arrived like a breath of fresh air. Shimmering strings, smooth drum beats, a luxurious, sensual vibe. Many later called it the song that gave birth to disco. But in 1974, audiences only knew one thing. Nothing had ever sounded like this. People wondered, how could a wordless melody make you want to love, dance, and live so deeply? Maybe because Barry White understood that love doesn't need many words, just a groove strong enough to make your heart beat a little faster. Do you remember where you were the first time you heard this song?
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Number 4, Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas.
In fact, it was a little bit frightening.
The story began simply because they needed a B-side track for another single. Carl Douglas recorded Kung Fu Fighting in just 2 takes, throwing in a few ha and hiya. Sounds for fun. No one expected it to explode globally.
There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown.
It hit right as America was obsessed with Bruce Lee and Asian culture. People wondered, how did such a playful song sell over 11 million copies? Maybe because it made people laugh, move, and feel good, exactly what early 70s music desperately needed. Number 5, Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. A band made up of Native American musicians breaking into the Billboard Top 5, that was a rare sight back then. Come and Get Your Love blended rock, pop, and funk, bursting with energy and soul. Audiences wondered, who is Redbone? What they didn't know was that the group aimed to bring indigenous identity into mainstream music, and this song was their anthem. Years later, when Guardians of the Galaxy opened with this track, a whole new generation heard it again and smiled. Number 6, Bennie and the Jets by Elton John. At first, the label thought the song was too weird. Choppy rhythm, fake applause, Elton singing like he's performing in outer space. Elton said he was inspired by the craziness of the music industry, a place where everyone is putting on a show, and that's exactly why the song became a beloved kind of sweet satire. The biggest curiosity was that performance real? No, it was all simulated in the studio, yet it sounded so authentic, listeners truly believed they were right there in the crowd. Number 7. TSOP, The Sound of Philadelphia by MFSB and the 3 Degrees. If you ever watched Soul Train, you've heard TSOP, the soundtrack of an entire generation. What puzzled listeners was, how did a TV theme song reach the top of the charts? The answer lies in its perfect fusion of soul and the early pulse of disco. TSOP wasn't just a song, it was the birth of the Philadelphia sound and the rise of nightclub culture. If you could go back to 1974, which song would you want to hear for the first time again? Let us know in the comments.
Ooh, my soul, hey, dear, boogie-doo.
Number 8. Rock On by David Essex.
Hey, dear, rock and roll, rock on.
A track that stood completely apart, slow, minimal, almost dreamlike. When Rock On debuted, listeners were stunned. Was this rock, a ballad, or a trance? Essex referenced James Dean and the 1950s as a tribute, yet the sound was modern and icy.
Which is a way that's here, still looking.
Audiences wondered, who is Essex? He simply replied, I just wrote about what I miss. Then he disappeared from the US charts, leaving behind a single hit, as mysterious as its haunting melody.
She knows what she's doing. She's super bad now.
Number 9. Dancing Machine by the Jackson 5.
Color self-contained, tuned and channeled to your vibes.
This was the song that proved Michael Jackson didn't just sing, he moved. At first, the track wasn't expected to stand out until Michael debuted the robot dance on TV. America went wild.
She's grooving, dancing until the music stops now.
The most surprising part? That move wasn't planned. Michael improvised it. And within days, Dancing Machine shot into the top 5, marking the Jacksons' transition from classic Motown to the funk and disco era.
Precious love.
Number 10. You Make Me Feel Brand New by the Stylistics.
Created everything I am.
One of the gentlest soul ballads to come out of Philadelphia. People often ask, who were they singing about? The lyrics, God bless you, you make me feel brand new, were rumored to be songwriter Linda Creed's thank you to her husband for helping her through illness.
Care when I needed a friend.
True or not, the song carries that emotion, as if you're hearing a generation's heartfelt tribute to love. Do you have a special memory tied to these melodies? Number 11. Jungle Boogie by Kool and the Gang. Before Kool and the Gang became the go-to wedding band, they were wild. Jungle Boogie was a blast of raw, energetic funk, horns blaring, shouts echoing, and boogie are all over the airwaves. Audiences wondered, what does the title mean? No one knows for sure. Some say it's an imaginary dance. Others call it funk's jungle call. Either way, it made everyone groove. Number 12. Beach Baby by The First Class. It sounded like California, but it was actually from the UK. A British studio group tried to mimic an American accent and did it so well that the US thought it was their own. Listeners wondered, why does it sound like 1964 instead of 1974? Exactly. It was a nostalgic tribute to the surf rock era, arriving just as people were longing for their youth. A guilty pleasure that still makes everyone smile when they hear it.
If you got a problem, I don't care what it is.
Number 13, I Can Help by Billy Swan.
It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help.
Just a cheap organ and a single take, and Billy Swan had a number 1 hit. Listeners were curious why the recording sounded so raw. That's because it was raw.
To do you good, let me help.
During the session, Billy's dog even tugged at his pants mid-take. But it was that simplicity, no polish, no formula, that made I Can Help a symbol of sincerity in 70s pop music. Number 14, Be Thankful for What You Got by William DeVaughn.
Remember, brothers and sisters.
No fancy cars, no diamonds, just a simple message. Be thankful for what you got. What delighted listeners was that DeVaughn wasn't a professional singer. He was a government worker who recorded this track as a just-for-fun try. Unexpectedly, the song spread across America, becoming a soul anthem everyone sang along to. Diamond in the back, sunroof top. A symbol of pride and gratitude.
Oh, yes, they call him the streak.
Number 15, The Streak by Ray Stevens.
Be streaking around, inviting public critique.
And finally, the biggest laugh of the year. As the streaking craze, public nudity runs, swept the country, Ray Stevens wrote this song in just one day. People wondered, how did such a silly song become a number 1 hit?
Hello, once again, everyone. This is your Action News reporter on the scene at the gas station.
Maybe because it captured the spirit of that year, playful, rebellious, and unafraid to laugh at itself. Sometimes music doesn't need a message, just a reason to smile when you turn on the radio. Which 1974 song do you think defines the era? Leave a comment below and tell us your pick. 1974 was a year when American music stood between two worlds. On one side, heartfelt emotion, deeply human. On the other, rhythm, lights, and the pulse of the coming disco era. These songs, whether you revisit them on vinyl or YouTube, still carry the spirit of that time. Each melody is a memory, and maybe, just maybe, one of these tracks was once the soundtrack to your own life. And if you love these classic tunes like we do, hit subscribe and join us in reliving the music of those unforgettable years.